Welcome to Wander, Explore, Discover.
Today's video is our Outback Queensland Travel Guide.
There's plenty to do in the Outback.
Outback Queensland is a vast area that offers an incredible array of rural Australian experiences, world-class museums and attractions, and spectacular beauty.
If you want more places to wander, explore and discover, subscribe to our channel for new videos every week.
We start our Outback travel guide from Roma, 477 kilometres from Brisbane. Roma is known as the gateway to the Outback and is the largest town in the Maranoa Region. It offers modern conveniences and friendly country hospitality. The big rig is open daily and you can embark on a self-guided tour to learn how the Australian oil and gas industry originated. On the tour you can take the interactive lift to the magnificent 40-metre tower and wander along the tree walk through the ancient River Red Gums. Roma's largest bottle tree is 15 metres high and 9.62 metres in circumference. It is thought to have been around since the 19th century and was transplanted into its current position in 1927. Roma is home to Australia's largest cattle sale yards, and on Tuesday you can watch up to 12,000 head of cattle being auctioned in a single day. If you're not in Roma on a Tuesday, you can still visit the Roma Sale Yards Interactive Centre any day from 8 AM till 5 PM to see the exciting multimedia displays. Roma to Mitchell is 88 kilometres.
Mitchell is a quaint town on the banks of the Maranoa River and was named in honour of Sir Thomas Mitchell, who explored this area in 1846. The Great Artesian Spa Complex is open 7 days a week and includes a visitor centre, cafe and 2 large pools. One pool is lovely and warm as it uses naturally heated water from the Great Artesian Basin, and the other pool is much cooler. The Booringa Heritage Museum is open from 9 AM to 12 PM during the tourist season. Its interesting displays showcase and preserve the history of the old Booringa Shire. The Old Kenniff Courthouse is on Cambridge Street near the lovely old windmill, and this is where the infamous bushrangers Patrick and James Kenniff were committed to stand trial for the murder of a policeman and station manager in 1902. Mitchell to Charleville is 180 kilometres.
Charleville is the largest town in southwest Queensland and has a great range of tourist attractions for all ages. Charleville is home to the largest bilby breeding program in Queensland, and you can learn more about them at the Bilby Experience. There is an informative talk several times daily, and then you see the bilbies in their specially designed nocturnal house. Make sure you book in advance, as this experience is really popular. The World War II Secret Base is an interactive exhibit where you will learn what 3,500 American Army Air Force troops were doing in Charleville in 1943. It is open daily from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. From April to October, the Cosmos Centre is open from 10 a.m. till 7 p.m. 7 days a week, and you can explore the interactive Cosmos shuttle and watch a documentary in the Stargazing Theatre for free. You can also book a planetarium show, a sun viewing, or the Big Sky Observatory tour. Charleville to Tambo is 200 kilometres.
Tambo is a lovely little town that was settled in 1863, and it's the oldest town in Western Queensland. Tambo is the Outback teddy capital of Australia, and it also has interesting sculptures and exciting chicken races. Locals came up with Tambo teddies in 1992 when the area was in the middle of a drought and the wool prices had crashed. Making and selling these gorgeous lambswool teddy bears created employment for the locals and encouraged tourists to visit the town. The Visitor Centre is located in the heritage-listed historic courthouse, which was built in 1888. It is one of the oldest buildings in town. You can also visit the museum that houses great displays about the town's past, including a Morse code display and information about Qantas's plane crash. You can see a small memorial at the site of the first Qantas plane crash, which occurred on March 24, 1927. The Royal Karangarra Hotel is the oldest licensed hotel in Western Queensland, and every night at 5 p.m. from May to October, you can enjoy Ben's chicken races. The colourful chickens are auctioned off to the highest bidders. Then they chase the remote-controlled car full of chicken snacks around the track several times until there is a winner. All money raised goes to local outback charities. This is a great night out. Tambo to Blackall is 101 kilometres.
Blackall is a great outback town on the banks of the Barcaldine River that was once the centre of a thriving sheep industry. Today, Blackall is the centre of a huge cattle industry, but it continues to celebrate its past connections with the wool and sheep industry. In 1885, Blackall was the first outback town to start drilling an artesian bore. Today, the Blackall Aquatic Centre uses these natural artesian waters in its thermal spa and swimming pool. It is open daily and visitors can swim, relax and revive in the lovely warm water. The Blackall Wool Scourer operated from 1908 to 1978 and is Australia's last remaining steam-operated wool washing plant. Passionate volunteers conduct guided tours several times a day, where you will learn about the wool scour and the sheep industry. There are fascinating sculptures and murals around the town. You can also visit Ram Park, the town museum, to learn more about Blackall's history. Blackall to Lara Wetlands is 99 kilometres.
Lara Wetlands is a bush camp located on a 15,000 acre cattle station. It is open from April to the end of September each year and offers 16 acres of tranquil, unpowered camping spots around the wetlands, which are abundant with birds and wildlife. The century-old artesian bore feeds the all-natural thermal pool, and it's a great place to relax as the water temperature is a lovely warm 36 to 40 degrees. You can also enjoy stunning sunrises and sunsets over the wetlands. Lara Wetlands to Barcaldine is 36 kilometres.
Barcaldine is situated on the junction of the Capricorn and Landsborough highways and is known as the Garden City of the West. It is home to the Tree of Knowledge and is the reputed birthplace of the Australian Labor Party. The Tree of Knowledge was a ghost gum that grew outside the railway station for 180 years until 2006, when an unknown culprit poisoned it. The famous tree has since been preserved and placed under an award-winning timber structure that was constructed to protect the preserved tree and celebrate its importance in Australia's history. The tree is also lit up at night and looks fantastic. You can wander along Oak Street, learn about Australian history including the Shearers' Strike, and see sculptures, an old windmill and the Barcaldine Tropic of Capricorn sign. The Australian Workers' Heritage Centre is a monument to Australia's working men and women. It has a lovely central billabong across 2 hectares of landscape gardens. An extensive range of exhibits, photographs and audio-visual presentations tells the story of Australia's working people. Barcaldine to Ilfracombe is 80 kilometres.
Ilfracombe was founded in 1891 and was initially a transport hub for Wellshot Station, which at the time held the largest number of sheep of any station in the world. Today it is a small town with a lot of outback character, a traditional hotel, an artesian bore bath and some great history. The Lynn Cameron Machinery Mile is on the main road and has a wonderful display of machinery collected and donated by the local community. The Wellshot Centre tells the story of Wellshot Station, one of Australia's greatest sheep stations. It traces the station's history and development from its early settlement, how it was formed, and how people lived and worked there. Established in the 1880s, the Wellshot pub was famously moved along the rail line from the nearby town of Barcaldine and re-erected to its current site in 1890. Today the Wellshot Hotel is full of outback memorabilia, quirky bar stools, hot coffee, cold drinks and tasty food. Ilfracombe to Longreach is 27 kilometres.
Longreach is the largest town in central Queensland and is known as the heart of the Outback. It is a popular outback destination due to its world-class museums, stunning sunsets and unique experiences. Longreach became a town in 1887 and was named after the long reach of the Thomson River on which it was situated. At the Stockman's Hall of Fame, you can take a self-guided audio tour that brings the museum's themed galleries and exhibits to life. You will learn about the harsh conditions the stockmen endured and other interesting stories about the past. The highlight of our visit was the Outback Stockman's live show, which featured skillful horse riding, whip cracking and sheep mustering. The Cobb & Co stagecoach experience includes a 45-minute ride on the horse-drawn stagecoach, a delicious outback smoko, a classic Australian bush movie in the Old Theatre, and an old-time tent show. The Qantas Founders Museum tells the history of Australia's national airline from its early beginnings in Outback Queensland in the 1920s to the present day. It is brought to life through various life-sized exhibits, historical artefacts and interactive displays. There are also several tours operated by Outback Rail Adventures where you can go on the beautifully restored Silver Bullet rail motors with great views of the Outback. At the Powerhouse Museum you can explore the generating complex, which houses 10 massive engines that provided power to Longreach between 1921 and 1985. Then wander through Noggo Cottage, which was built in 1918 and depicts how families lived between 1938 and 1950. On the Drover's Sunset Cruise, you board the Longreach Explorer and meander down the Thomson River. You then stop at Sunset Bend to enjoy the sunset before returning for Smithy's Camp Under the Stars for a delicious outback dinner and show. Longreach to Winton is 179 kilometres.
Winton is known as the dinosaur capital of Australia and is also the birthplace of waltzing Matilda. This small town is a popular tourist destination due to its interesting history, unique attractions, rugged natural landscape and friendly outback hospitality. The original North Gregory Hotel was built in 1879 and is famous for hosting the first live performance of Banjo Paterson's Waltzing Matilda in 1895. The new Waltzing Matilda Centre boasts state-of-the-art displays and exhibits that tell the story of Waltzing Matilda. Interactive displays also tell the story and history of the Winton Shire, including the Great Shearers' Strike of 1891 and the birth of Qantas. The Australian Age of Dinosaurs has the world's largest collection of Australian dinosaur fossils and is open 7 days a week. The ultimate tour includes a self-guided walk of the Dinosaur Canyon and guided tours of the March of the Titanosaurs exhibition, the collection room and the fossil preparation laboratory. The quirky Winton musical fence was developed by percussionist and composer Graham Leake. It is a fun free spot to explore your musical talents. The first board meeting of Qantas was held in Winton in 1921, making it the birthplace of Qantas. You will find the birthplace of Qantas metal statue near the musical fence. The Royal Open Air Theatre was built in 1918 and is one of only 2 open air picture theatres left in Australia. The other is in Broome in Western Australia. You can browse through the museum during the day, then grab some popcorn and watch a movie when the sun sets. Red Dirt Tours operates the Rangelands Rifts and Sunset Tour, where you can walk through the rifts created by thousands of years of erosion. Then have a glass of wine and some nibbles while enjoying the stunning views from the Sunset Lookout. Winton to Richmond is 228 kilometres.
Richmond is a small outback town that was once part of the ancient Erramoga Sea. Due to the many marine fossils discovered in the area, it is now known as the fossil capital of the outback. Kronosaurus Corner is part of Australia's Dinosaur Trail. It houses Australia's best preserved dinosaur and a fantastic collection of marine reptile fossils. The self-guided audio tour is informative and lets you wander around and learn about the many different fossils at your own pace. The Cambridge Downs Heritage Display Centre is open daily from 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. and replicates the original Cambridge Downs homestead, built in the late 1860s. It has historical displays about farming and gold mining in the local area. Lake Fred Triton is located on the edge of town. You can wander around the walking track, swim, kayak or fish in the lake, and the kids will love the Kronosaurus Splash Park. Richmond to Hughenden is 115 kilometres.
Hughenden is located on the banks of the Flinders River. The Flinders River is 1,004 kilometres long, making it Queensland's longest river. The small town of Hughenden has a lot to offer travellers: free camping, local supermarkets, a bakery, a hotel, a recreational lake, unique street art, and lots of walking tracks. Hughdenden's water tower was painted in 2021 by renowned artist the zookeeper and Drappel, and depicts a young boy playing with his toy dinosaurs. You'll find Mutt, a life-size replica of a Muttabuttasaurus, near the bakery. The Flinders Discovery Centre is home to Huey, a life-size skeletal replica of a Muttabuttasaurus. It also has interactive dinosaur exhibits, a shearing and sheep industry section, and a fantastic light and sound show about the formation of Porcupine Gorge. Hughenden to Porcupine Gorge is 74 kilometres.
Porcupine Gorge National Park extends for more than 25 kilometres along Porcupine Creek. Over millions of years, the creek has carved an impressive canyon, which reveals strata layers of sedimentary rock. In the wide section of Porcupine Gorge, the creek's eroding action has created the pyramid, an isolated monolith of multicoloured sandstone rising from the gorge's floor. A 2.4 kilometre return walk into the gorge lets you get close to the pyramid and take a refreshing swim in the crystal clear water. We hope you enjoyed today's video. You can find more information and places to explore at wanderexplorediscover.com.